Hi, boys and girls. I'm here at Tuscany Hills on a Saturday. Romeo's at the groomer, so I came up to record a lesson, and I'm going to start cleaning the room. I'm going to try to start cleaning the room at Tuscany. It's been empty since last March. The only person who has been here is me, and so our room needs some cleaning and rearranging, and I'm going to try to start getting ready for the kids to come back to school, hopefully in April. All right, our letter today is K. Okay, we're going to learn all about, oops, sorry about that. I changed everything except for this. Let me look for that real quick. I love this pocket chart. H-I-J-K, here it is. Big K, little k. Hey, let's take a closer look to this because K is one of those tricky letters. I think you guys are going to do pretty good because we've had time to work on this letter on Zoom and on the lined whiteboards. But usually the reason it's hard for kids is they can make capital K really good, but when they go to make lowercase, they usually start it up here. And look at the different size. You make them the same, straight line down. Okay, go back up to the top, slant back to the straight line, and slant down the other way. It looks like an arm going up this way. This is your back, this is your body. You got an arm up like this, and you got a leg down like this. But lowercase k, you make it the same way, but you don't come all the way back up to the top. You only go from the middle back to the straight line and slant down. Okay, so let's put that there. And then let me stand up. I need to walk to the other side because I'm right-handed. I have to be over here to make a good K. And let me get a little bit closer there. Okay, I'm going to first trace this K. And remember, we're going to do another day. We'll spend another day on with the handwriting page, but for now I just want to trace it. So I come all the way back up to the top and slant all the way down. That's a nice big line, but it's slanted. Then another nice big line, but I slant down the other way. Lowercase k, I start out the same way with a straight line down, but I don't come all the way back up to the top. I only go to the middle. Slant, back to the back, and down. So here I'm going to go straight line down. Whoops, went a little too far. I come all the way back up and slant to the middle, and then I slant down the other side. And lowercase k, straight line down. I come right here, slant, and then slant down this way. Okay, there's our K. Now we need to work on the sound of K. And I like to do the poem, but let's do the cards first. Oh, how cute. Here's a kangaroo. There's a picture of a real kangaroo. Let's see, can you see the little pouch? You can't really see the pouch. Maybe this isn't a mommy, maybe it's a daddy. But the mothers have a pouch, and if they have a baby in their pouch, the baby is called a joey. But this is kangaroo. K. You hear the K sound. Okay, this is a picture of a king. Oh, he has a big beard, doesn't he? He almost looks like Santa Claus. He's wearing a robe, and then he's holding a staff. Okay, that's where he can go and to tell the people, I am your leader. Okay, go like this. I love this one for March. It's a picture of a kite, and it's a rainbow kite. Hey, look at all those pretty rainbow colors. And here's the word kite. Kite. I'm sure we're going to be writing that word a lot this week. Okay, and then this, do you guys know what this is? It's a fruit. It's called a kiwi. And on the outside is brown. It looks kind of funny. It looks kind of brown, and it looks like it has hairs on it almost. But when you cut it in the side, look at the pretty colors. It's surrounded with green. These are teeny tiny little seeds and white in the middle. And it tastes like a strawberry. If you took a bite of kiwi and you had your eyes closed, you might think you were eating eating a strawberry. It's a really good, delicious fruit. I love kiwi. Okay, there's our K words, and then let's read our K poem. Okay, we've got a picture of a kangaroo doing karate, and the kangaroo's name is Kim. Okay, Kim can be a girl's or a boy's name. It's short for Kimberly, okay, for a girl's name. And then it's just short for, well, just Kim. I used to have a friend named Kim, or I used to know someone named Kim. He was a boy. All right, Kim does karate kicks at the Kansas Zoo. And then we make the K sound, k. Keep kicking, Kim. I know that's a little hard to see. Even if I move it down, there's a glare because it's in this pocket so I can write on it. Okay, let's read it again. Kim does karate kicks. It's okay if you can't see it. I want you to listen. Kim starts with a K. Karate starts with a K. And kicks. Ooh, kick has 2 of them in there. Okay, at the Kansas Zoo. Kansas is the name of a place. Kansas City. There we go. And then keep starts with a K. Kicking has 2. And then Kim. So we ended up with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. There were 12 K's in that little story or poem. All right, now I'm going to put the cap on my marker and come sit over here. We're going to read our Alphachant, and I think it's going to be about kites. I see kites on the cover. Kites is great for the month of March, right? Because they say that March is a windy month. It's a good month to get out there and fly a kite. You need wind to fly a kite. So on the cover, we see big K, little k. Hold on. Now I've got the title page. I'm going to skip that right now and just go right onto this. Here's our 4 K words that will be in the Alphachant. The first one is kids. That's an awesome word. Okay, because I have a poster at home that I'll show you this week, and it says kindergarten, kids. Kindergarten starts with a K, and so does kids. And this is also a sound out word, k-id. Okay, if it was just one, you would say kid. I am a kid. When there's more than one, we put the S on. Kids. There's the kids. Okay. Aww, a little cute little koala. I love koalas. Koala. And then, of course, we have our kite. There's another rainbow kite. It's different than the one I showed you. Isn't that pretty? Rainbow colors. And a cute little kitten. I think I'm going to like this Alphachant. If it has koalas and kittens and kites and kids, all things that I love. Okay, the first page starts out with kids, kids, kids. Kids, kids, kids. I love these cute smiling kids. I cannot wait to see all the kids in April if we come back to school. And then it says, kids like koalas. Yes, they do. That's not a real koala. They've got little stuffed animal koalas. Kids like koalas. I see our sight word like on that page. Kids like kites. Here's a picture of them flying the kite in the park. Kids like kites. It's going to be an easy one for you guys to read, huh? Only 3 words on each page. Kids like kittens. And even though these words are not that easy to read, you know, like, well, kids is easy. Kids like, and then you look at the picture. Kittens. You turn the page. I love this one. Kids like kids. Kids like kids. You guys want to be around your friends. That's why I'm so anxious to come back to school so we can get together and get to know each other better. Okay, let's go ahead and just read it here without the pictures. This will be a little bit harder, right? I'm going to go a little bit closer. Here, let's get rid of that glare. Okay. Kids, kids, kids. Kids like koalas. Kids like kites. Kids like kittens. Kids like kids. Okay, we're going to step over to the table now. When we do the Alphachant in your book, the little one that you make, it's easier to read because you have pictures, right? Pictures, it's don't be afraid to look at the pictures. Pictures always help with the words. You might not know the word, but then you look at the picture, and that's called a clue. You use clues when you read. Those are picture clues. There's also context clues. Sometimes you read and you go, what word would make sense there? That's called a context clue. Okay, we're first going to open up your workbook. And I'm going to tear this out, the sound for K. And we are going to circle the things that start with K. Oh, I know there's such a glare in here, the windows. We have the skylight in there, and there's so much sun coming through. It's Saturday morning pretty early, and the sun is coming straight through those windows and making it a little harder to see. That's okay. Once you get to your page, you'll be able to see it better. I see a cute little kitten. Now I want to show you something. Maybe I'll do it on the back. It's kind of strange because one of the first words kids learn how to write is cat. C-A-T spells cat. But when you learn how to write kitten, it starts with a K. You would think since it's basically the same animal, they would start with the same letter, huh? So maybe cat would start with a K or kitten would start with a C, but they don't. So it makes it a little tricky when you're going to learn those 2 words. But cat is super easy to sound out, and so is kitten. You just have to know that it starts with a K. They both make the same sound, don't they? Cat, kitten. K-I-T is kit, another T, and then N, kitten. So I'm going to circle the kitten. I also see a king. He looks like the king I showed you. He's got a nice fancy robe and a crown and a staff. He's holding his staff. Okay, and then I know this is a girl, but I think we should circle it because she's a kid. And I'm going to put the K's up here. I'll put a big K and a little K up in the corner. So far, all of them have started with a K. And look at this. Key. Key. K's are a little tricky because sometimes you might hear a word like clown and you'll say, oh, that starts with a K, but it doesn't. It starts with a C. So sometimes you have to ask. You just have to ask your grown-up, or hopefully see it in a book or somewhere. And the more you get to learn about reading and vocabulary, and you get all of those in your word bank in your brain, then you will know if it starts with a C or a K. When you're in kindergarten, it is a little tricky. Okay, the next one is an airplane. Well, I think that's a jet, right? J. We just did J. I'm going to X that out and put a J up in the corner. Oh, kangaroo. They're giving us lots of K words, aren't they? Big K, little K. This is a ring. R. So I'm going to X it out. It starts with the R. All right. I think this is just a game. G. Yeah, we've done G, so they're giving us letters that we've already worked on. And the last one is a kite. And then you can go back and color that. All right, let's put together our little Alphachant book. You tear it out of the workbook. You cut it right down the middle. I really like how they make these books really super easy to make. We don't have to cut 4 pages out and staple them all. We just cut right down the middle. Put the top over the bottom. Fold it in half. Might not be quite half because it's not a square. I think it's a rectangle, huh? Is that a rectangle or a square, boys and girls? Pretty sure that's a rectangle because these two sides are shorter than the top and the bottom. And then I'm going to give it a quick little staple. And we're going to read it. And it's exactly like the one I read to you. You got the cute little kittens on the cover. All right, so I'm going to use my highlighter and I'm going to underline, or you can trace, or you can circle, I don't care. Kids, koala, kite, and kittens. So they all start with a K. There's no K's in the middle of the word. And then we'll read it again. Kids, kids, kids. Kids, kids, kids. Now, the first one starts with a capital K because it's the first word of the sentence. The other two are lowercase. Kids like koalas. Again, the kids starts with a capital K because it's the first word of the sentence. Kids and koalas starts with a K. On the next page, it says kids like kites. Yes, they do. Kids, kites. Kids like kittens. I don't know. Grown-ups like kittens too. And kites. Kids like kids. Oh, I love it. This is a cute little book. Super easy to read, huh? Now, don't forget, you guys are working on your March reading log. So after you read this book, write it on your March reading log. It's so easy to read. It's only going to take you a couple minutes, and then you get to fill in one of the lines on there and get closer to reading 30 books. When we do the other little K book with the words in it, that counts. It's a book, right? You're reading. So even if you just have it memorized, it still counts as reading. And then, of course, you want to read maybe a Dr. Seuss book this month. Maybe you want to read a book about kites. Maybe you want to read some books about leprechauns and St. Patrick's Day. Whatever books you have at home, whatever books. I don't know if libraries are open. Maybe somebody can tell me that if they watch the video. Maybe the Canyon Lake or the Lake Elsinore libraries are open. It sure would be nice if they were. And I'm sure you guys have lots of books at home, and you can find books online on the internet. It's so easy. And even if you find them on YouTube and you're just listening to the story, any reading counts. So let's work on that March reading log. All right, bye-bye.